GM hotspots for the day. Good morning, Dionne.
Did you see the movie My Best Friend's Wedding?
Yes.
Some of the songs that she made famous were all in that movie. Bam! I Say a Little Prayer for You. That must have been the feeling the first time Burt Bacharach heard Dionne Warwick sing one of his songs back in the 60s. She is to his classic songs what Sinatra was to Sammy Cahn, Fred Astaire was to Irving Berlin, and Judy Garland was to Harold Arlen. I Say a Little Prayer for You, Walk On By, and What the World Needs Now are some of the Burt Bacharach and Hal David hits that she performs anew on her new CD entitled Dionne Sings Dionne. It celebrates her 35th year in the business. Hair and makeup by Dionne Warwick. I read the liner notes. How are you doing, Dionne Warwick?
Fine.
It is nice to have you here.
Thank you.
And listening to your music was one of the best parts of my youth. So this is a very, very big pleasure to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
You started out as a kid. You were just a kid out of East Orange, New Jersey.
Right.
And then you wind up becoming the first African-American performer to perform for the Queen at a Royal Command performance. And that was just in the 60s.
Yes.
Did you think that it would last 35 years, your career?
I don't think anybody thought it would last 30. I think everybody thought it was over the first year. Burt and Hal wrote songs that, fortunately, have grown up with all of us. Mm-hmm. And I've always said we'll probably be around a lot longer after we're gone. And it was so different from anything that was being done during that period of time.
Right.
So we kind of carved our own little musical niche out in the world, and here we are.
As I mentioned, My Best Friend's Wedding contained a lot of the
Yes,
Bacharach David tunes, some of which you made famous, and so did the movie Austin Powers.
Yeah.
You, Burt Bacharach and you seem to bring out the best in each other. Why the new interpretations on your new CD?
Well, you know, I got to the point where every time I turned on my radio, somebody else was singing one of my songs.
Oh, yeah.
And I finally woke up one day and said, should have had a V8. So,
the big duh.
Duh. Right. And I finally said, well, why am I listening to somebody else sing the songs that are really mine and not do them myself? And so when the light finally came on and I picked up the phone and started calling around people that I trusted in the music industry to do production and that kind of thing and rearranging without destroying the songs, that's when we went in the studio, and thus Dionne Sings Dionne. Besides
the Bacharach David tunes that you do on the new CD, let me mention some of them. What the World Needs Now with the Hip Hop Nation United.
Right. That's
and
right.
Do You Know the Way to San Jose with Celia Cruz?
Celia Cruz and Pete Escovedo.
Girl, all the psychic friends you had, and you still don't know the way to San Jose?
Still, I finally found it. I found it. Child, I made it a point to find it.
You're going to be on The Bold and the Beautiful.
Yes, I'm doing The Bold and the Beautiful. My son, David Elliott, dear friend, Andrew Whites, and myself, we wrote the new closing theme for The Bold and Beautiful.
And doing some acting on it?
And yeah, I'll be me.
You'll be you.
Yes.
Now, you made your film debut in a movie called Slaves, 1968, and were you also in Rent-A-Cop, the Liza Minnelli, Burt Reynolds movie?
Yes, I was.
Did you want to do more movies?
Yes, I do. You know, I usually answer that by saying the Oscar, the Emmy, and the Tony are the three areas that I have yet to cover.
Well, hello, and maybe one day you will. And we're going to cover the record stores and get Dionne.
That's right.
Sings Dionne, your new CD. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
So very much, Dionne Warwick.
Thank you.
All right. Back over to you.
Sure doesn't taste like tomato juice. Guys, thank you. Well, October